We're going to Indonesia! Let's go! My home! Yeah! I haven't been this excited for a new Pokemon game in so long. And frankly, I think the graphics look amazing. And a massive improvement from Scarlet and Violet. Since I was born in Indonesia, I feel like I can make some solid predictions on what we can see in these new games, while in the process telling you my thoughts about them. And frankly, they're pretty positive. Starter-wise, they all make sense to me. Many of my friends own Pom-Poms, making them a very common breed, making Pom-Bon the obvious choice. I love his derpy face, and I just want to snuggle him to death. Please stay on all fours, though. Please. The next design is Gekwa, and it's a pretty unique design. I love its eyes and its teardrop-shaped eyelashes. Those parts are such a nice touch. I can easily see Gekwa turning into a water ghost type. Maybe play around with the fact that geckos can detach their tails. In Indonesia, we have tons of geckos, to the point where you can rarely find a house without one. We tend to call them toke or cheetah, depending on their size. Cheetah when they're smaller. And boy are they annoying. The final one is Brout, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. It's clearly based off of a chicken, but more specifically, I think it could be based on the dyed chicken. Back in Indonesia, we used to have a lot of vendors that sold little baby chicks dyed blue, pink, or green. It could just be green because it's a grass type, but I still thought it was worth mentioning. I personally think it can turn into a grass fighting type, acting like a cool cockfighter in Pokemon, which would be awesome. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to go off of for the legendary Pokemon. Usually in Pokemon logos, we can get some hints like in Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet. But with Winds and Waves, the logo doesn't really give us much hints, other than the fact that Winds will be a flying type, and Waves will be a water type. Wait, stop, I know it's stupid, please! Ah! But personally, I think Waves should be based on the Garuda. It's basically Indonesia's mascot, and it's too iconic of a thing not to reference. Now they could make Brout's evolution turn into that, but I think it's unlikely and not the direction they're gonna go. But they could also make it the regional bird. But the thing is, the Garuda is too mythical and too iconic of a thing for it not to be at least a legendary or pseudo-legendary. As for Waves, Pokemon has way too many options for me to accurately predict something. But if they wanted to go the Singaporean route, they could go with the Merlion, which would be a pretty cool pick in my opinion. As for new Pokemon predictions, it's hard for me to predict new specific Pokemon. I can throw out some general ideas and see which one sticks. While Darmanitan and Oranguru already exist, we need another orangutan Pokemon. It's one of, if not the most iconic animal, and it'd be weird if they didn't reference it. Another Pokemon we need is a Komodo dragon. Maybe a pseudo-legendary. While Komodo already exists, it's kind of only a Komodo dragon by name. Its design doesn't exactly have a lot to do with the Komodo dragon. In any case, I think it can be a dragon poison type. Or they could go with the ground poison type if they wanted to go with the Tyranitar route. We could also see some reps for the Proboscis monkey and Sumatran tiger. Weirdly enough, we don't actually have a tiger Pokemon that's a non-starter or legendary. Strange. Heck, a durian Pokemon could actually be really cool, similar to the Smoliv line. As for regional variants, I'm really hoping for a Corsola evolution. I could imagine a cool coral reef Pokemon with colorful coral and the like. I'd also love a regional Tangrowth. We already saw Tangela in the trailer, and I feel like a regional Tangrowth is still a possibility. For other regional forms, it'll be interesting whether they'll include Alolan Executor. It would be weird if they use normal Executor or not use Executor at all. A Palm Tree Pokemon needs to be implemented. Overall, I'm really excited for this Pokemon game, and I'm glad Game Freak is taking its time with this. So tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? Tell me in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed.